Everyone sees travel creators and thinks about the glamour, the destinations, the experiences, the freedom, but nobody talks about what it actually looks like behind closed doors. Back when I was in Rio for New Year's, I knew it was already going to be insane, but what I wasn't expecting was to meet some bigger creators in the space. I was only supposed to be there for about a week, but it's pretty hard turning down people who are living the exact life you want. And honestly, it's like I got a glimpse into where I was heading, a masterclass into things that would have taken me years to learn, but also the benefits and the dark sides of this life that nobody really talks about.
Alright, it is like New Year's, somewhere in there. I've been in Rio for a couple weeks now. It's actually been really good for connection. So I've met some other creators actually making this like full time. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity to get to learn from them, get their process. So I'm going to shoot with them right now, and I'll kind of take you guys like behind the scenes. Alright, let's go. The newer tripod. I'm doing like the behind the scenes of an influencer shoot. Homeboy's stretching. Hey man, lights going down.
The tripod is great. It might be the sand. It might actually be the sand.
New Year's in Rio is literally one of the biggest celebrations on earth, and especially since it goes directly into pre-carnival, this is probably one of the times when there's the most amount of not just people, but also creatives in the area. At the time, I wasn't really expecting to meet anyone, but you definitely felt the energy in the air, like so many people, so many things going on, and looking back now, it seems kind of obvious. If I was gonna meet other creators anywhere, this would be where it would happen.
We just caught the shot. The perfect shot, you know, like where people have like the shower, and then you know you have the mountain in the back, and like the sun's like all hazy and shit.
You're so good at framing, dude. Holy shit, dude.
Alright, this is a shot. This is a scene. I'm wearing Celemark right now.
The first thing that stood out to me was just how intentional they were with everything. Most people think that these lifestyle shots are just natural flicks, you know, candid moments that happen to look good. But being there behind the scenes is actually quite involved, like setting up the shots, trying to make the most of the light that you have. Like there's actual planning that goes behind it beforehand. You know, what shots you want, how you want to execute them. And then in the moment, there's almost this like adrenaline rush. You're moving so fast, sometimes even running to different locations to really make the most of the light as it's going down. You're focused, you know, you're making it happen. It's way more intentional and involved than it looks in the final product that most people might think is these like super relaxing aesthetic moments. And like many things behind all the hidden work, the end product, it's beautiful.
He's holding on. What's up, bitch? Wait, my boy he got mate. He got the bags. Alright, this is meta, guys. You get a Fuji film camera and you start telling girls you can take pictures of them. Wow. It's a meta. You see some picture boys been onto this. Look at this. Look at it. I like this thing though.
You go from this to this.
What? And this is all shot on the iPhone.
On iPhone.
That's crazy.
The new iPhone is actually insane. Like you can do so much. Now if I put the same colors right on this clip.
Damn, I need to upgrade my editing software. Alright. We got shit to do, come on. It's 8:05, come on, top of the morning. It's actually cute though, that you guys still decide to sleep together. Even when we have 3 beds.
No, she was grown as fuck, man.
I'll pull you off.
Okay, I'm good.
Alright, we're in the botanical right now. They just like taxed us 80, but my boy got it for 40 since he's half Brazilian.
You can see the half, right? It's not there yet, but it's coming.
The sexy Dexy.
The sexy. Oh.
But then there's another side to this that I wasn't fully prepared to see. When your job is being a public-facing figure, there are obviously incredible benefits: the access, events, experiences, people. Like, women were constantly DMing Francisco. He practically didn't even need to try. Like, the status effect is real. But there's also cost that comes with it that nobody really talks about.
I'm gonna frolic.
What is a frolic?
I'm gonna frolic. What do you mean? You never seen a frolic?
No.
These are still just people living life, you know, going through breakups, money stress, self-doubt, and the real stuff. And you have to deal with the effects of all of that on your psyche and on your body while still showing up to an internet that can be sometimes very unforgiving. I saw it firsthand, a friend constantly asking if they looked okay shirtless before posting. You know, the pressure of how they have to present themselves, never really switching off. Ultimately, you kind of realize that creators, celebrities, they're all just regular people dealing with real life. Like, the numbers on the screen might change how the world treats them, but it doesn't really change what's going on the inside.
We just like spawned over in Lapa. Shout out the Arches.
For meals, bro.
What?
I was gonna go fucking jiu-jitsu.
We're going for dinner, maybe with Joanna and Sophia.
Who the fuck are these characters? Bro, you telling me names I don't know.
17-year-olds turn 18 and then
Doing OnlyFans straight away.
What is this?
like you didn't even give real life a try, my
Like,
boy.
bro, like, but I feel like even the OnlyFans market is so saturated right now.
Yeah.
Bro, and
You know the
honestly,
stat, right? Like 99.9 make under $10 a month.
And then you gotta ask yourself, why do they make it a point to show how much money they make? Because obviously if you show how much you make, then other impressionable young girls are gonna be like, ah, damn, she made that much from like turning 18. So then other girls are gonna be like, damn, how much can I make?
It's a vicious cycle, bro.
But who's pushing it?
the girls, bro.
No.
Probably the managers.
See, my boy's tapped in.
Yo, that
Wait,
fucking
that's
mashed
mine, that's
potatoes
mine.
is good, bro.
We got a nice little like puree here, you know, chicken from the grelado.
Dude, honestly,
They got the feijoado.
2026 is about bringing black power back and hating.
I was honestly the biggest space dork of all time, bro.
I know, I can see it. I'm kidding.
No, but I was really into physics, so like my
Yeah, no, same here. I was too.
papers and shit for union were all about the space, and basically,
Really?
yeah, I'm obsessed to like deep space travel. So there's this. What the hell was it called again? There's this equation.
No, keep on talking. I'm interested.
There's this equation. I mean, like, what is the root of it? Is the root have any meaning? Like, what is the root? If you delete everything, so that means there's no consciousness, there's no being, there's no existence. Then what the fuck is what sparked this empty black box of nothing?
Yeah, man, if we catch you. Welcome to Trinidad. What do you write for taller than hit, bro?
Yo! Wait, that's actually wild. That's actually wild. My boy's tapped in.
When I even woke up, I had this cough the other night, so I could barely sleep.
Bitch, I'm back on my coma.
God, that shit was hard. Hold on. Let me switch the ISO on this. Alright. See that shit? I've been learning some tricks about the camera. Another major lesson I've learned from just this past week and like hanging out with these other like creators is just the difference in mindset about what's possible. Like, for example, my friend, he talks about $5,000 to $10,000 brand deals like the same way I talk about $300 brand deals. And to me, it seems crazy because I'm like, how do you even do that? But then also on the flip side, that in terms of like work ethic, I definitely have what it takes. Like, it's not that I don't do the work. I actually do the work. I have to work a little harder, to be honest. Definitely work harder, but you know, they're there, so like they have like the proof and like they have like the skills. But it's also giving me like confirmation, like, you know, like when like you shake someone's hand, you're like, ah, wait, this person's real. Like, this actually is possible. Anyway, so I have to get my last set in. The final lesson I've learned is about the need for how much you need to be on your P's and Q's about your craft when you start gaining success in this lifestyle. I've seen the visible change in people's behavior when they see a number on a screen and how that grants easier access to people, resources, and how people immediately put you on a pedestal. And with that, it becomes very easy for you to indulge in the pleasures of life. I'm not saying that you don't have to, but you can't let the pleasures stop you from doing what got you there in the first place. And when you have the numbers and the validation and the money already, you know, it becomes very easy for you to feel like, well, I don't really need to do it anymore. And this is like a reminder for me, when you get to those levels, you have to keep your purpose and your goal in front of you to not drown in the benefits that come with the success of this path. Because yes, you can drown.
You see, here's the thing about all of this. I couldn't have planned any of it. I met Francisco completely by chance, a random New Year's night, the right place, the right time, and that's kind of the lesson, isn't it? When you're chasing a dream, you can't always map out exactly how it's gonna happen. But if you stay in the world long enough, and if you just keep on showing up, proximity will do the work. You end up meeting who you need to meet, and you end up where you need to be. And the fact that I had the flexibility to stay an extra week, no rigid plan, know where I had to be, that's what makes it possible. If I had everything locked in, I would have missed this completely. So sometimes having no plan is actually an advantage, because when you're not so focused on what's coming next, you can actually see what's happening around you and you're actually able to take advantage of it. And that's probably the biggest thing this whole week taught me. You just have to stay in the realm, stay flexible, and trust that the right things will find you.